Welcome to today's science session, children. So today we will be discussing with the chapter friction of your syllabus. So let us now look into what is friction. Here in the picture you can see that friction is a force which is acting opposite to the direction of force. Here an object is being pushed. So friction is acting opposite to the direction of motion. So friction is opposing. Friction is a force which opposes. Okay, so if we apply the force along the right, friction acts along the left direction and vice versa. And friction cannot be same for all the surfaces. It depends on the smoothness of the surfaces in contact. Friction is caused by the irregularities on the two surfaces in contact. So these irregularities on the surfaces lock into one another. So more is the irregularity, more will be the friction, or I should say less is the irregularity or smoother is the surface. The force of friction is greater if a rough surface is involved. So smooth surfaces, friction will be less. So here you can see there are instances or examples where push or pull is being done. So in all these cases, friction is operating opposite to the direction of motion. Okay. So in the second picture, I should show you that a zip is being the person is trying to open a zip there. So from up to down, in the downward direction, this is the direction of motion. So friction will act opposite, that is upward to, from down to up, in the upward direction, the friction will be acting. So here you can see a person is trying to push. You can see that he is trying to push in a particular direction. So friction will act opposite to this particular direction. So here again you can see pushing force in one direction and the force of friction in another direction. So friction is a force between two surfaces that are sliding or trying to slide across one another. For example, when you try to push a toy car along the floor. Okay, so in which direction are you trying to push the toy car? Exactly opposite to that direction the friction is going to act. So here you can see a child is trying to pull a toy car there. So in the opposite direction you can see friction is operating. The directions are very clearly marked. Friction always works in the direction opposite from the direction of the object. Okay, it always slows a moving object down. So friction is a type of force that opposes the motion of objects, and it can stop an object that is moving, and a moving object will come to stop if friction is being applied. Okay, or an object which is at rest will not move. It prevents the motion. That also is possible. The object which is moving will come to rest because of friction, and the object which is in rest will not really move when friction is operating. That also is possible. And there are different types of friction. So let us look into the three different types: static friction, rolling friction, and sliding friction. So firstly we will take up static friction. The force required to overcome friction at the instant an object starts moving from rest is a measure of static friction. So let us see here. You can see that an object is being tried to move in a particular direction and friction is acting opposite to that. So the force applied is of a particular magnitude, and friction also, if it is an equal magnitude, then there is no motion at all going to happen here. So that is static friction. Now next, coming to rolling friction. Rolling friction comes into picture when an object tries to roll actually. So when one body rolls over the surface of another body, the resistance to this motion is called rolling friction, and rolling actually reduces friction. So it is always easier to roll than to slide a body over another. This is the reason which is convenient to pull luggage filled with rollers. Nowadays, even refrigerators, washing machines, okay, all luggage bags, trolleys which you find in supermarkets to purchase items and all are fitted with wheels, because when the object is moving with the wheels, actually what happens is the surface area of the wheel which is coming in contact with this particular floor. Think that this is a wheel and this is the floor, and when the wheel rotates, it is not really coming in contact with the the floor for a longer time. So interlocking is not happening there. When in the previous picture, I should show you, this is coming in contact. So if you can see the lower part of this box, this whole surface of the lower part of the box is in coming in contact with this particular floor here. So interlocking is more. So static friction is really more. So if this box has to be lifted, okay, or moved without wheels, it is very heavy, it is difficult. But the same box, if it is fitted with wheels like this, then it is very easy to move. So luggage bags fitted with wheels, or trolleys in supermarkets and even in airports and all where we take the luggage, if all those are fitted with wheels, it is easy to take. Imagine that all these do not have wheels, then literally lifting these suitcases or your trolleys and all will be very, very difficult, or even dragging them when they don't have wheels also will be very difficult. So rolling friction is very, very it's reducing the friction, so it's very easy to carry heavy objects when they are fitted with wheels. Sliding friction is going to come into picture when an object slides over the other. So imagine like this particular surface here is slanted, you can see. So what happens is this particular object is going to slide down. So one is not really pushing or pulling there. Imagine if you have ever seen the situation where a lorry, a truck with full load has come, and the truck uh, door at the behind is opened and it is like a sliding part, and the luggage is made to slide over that. And not only that, in children's park you must be seeing that how small kids climb over and slide down a particular what to say playing item where they slide down, and they come very fast. So sliding friction also, because the object is placed on a slanting, matlab ऐसे, it's not straight, you see, it's slanting surface, so it will slide, and here also interlocking will not be possible because it is sliding down, it is moving away. So if you look into the amount of friction, the maximum to minimum, maximum friction you will find in static friction, okay, and static friction is more than sliding friction, and sliding friction will be more than rolling friction. So out of all the three frictions, remember, rolling friction is the least. And because rolling friction is the least, most of our heavy items nowadays, luggages, trolleys, and I'm telling you, washing machines and even refrigerators are fitted with wheels, because if you want to move them here and there in your house itself, if you just want to shift their place, you will not really lift a washing machine or lift your refrigerator and place it elsewhere, or with difficulty you need not drag them, but because wheels are fitted nicely, you can easily move them, right? Next, coming to fluid friction. Now this is all the earlier cases of friction we have discussed when something is present on the surface which is a solid. Okay. And on the solid surface, matlab earth, yeah, floor, yeah, anything. Okay. But in case of water, that is a river or sea or any pond or lake, what about friction in water, and what about friction in the air? So if we start discussing about this, we are going to discuss about what is called fluid friction, right? So friction is present also in water, friction is present in the air also. Water also offers friction to the organisms living in water. So fishes have a streamlined body. All fishes have a special shape, isn't it? So that streamlined body of the fish is in such a way that friction is a minimal, or it's very much reduced. So that's why dolphins and whales also, though they are mammals, okay, still they will be having the same streamlined body like a fish. Similarly, air also will offer friction, which is called a drag, and if the friction has to be minimized, if the friction is more, then birds really cannot fly, and if the friction in water is more, then fishes cannot swim. But their streamlined body of a fish and here the special body of a bird with wings is going to minimize the friction. So a special shape is there here, and similar to the wings of the bird, if you can just observe this particular picture, the similarity of the bird's shape when it is flying in the air and the shape of the aeroplane, you can just see, compare and see. Now this particular shape for the aeroplane is there or maintained this particular shape, special shape of the aeroplane is so as to minimize the friction. That is the purpose why it is done. Clear? The purpose is to minimize the friction. What kind of friction is getting minimized here? Fluid friction is to be minimized here. Otherwise, the aeroplane really cannot go further. Okay? Friction is a necessary evil. I mean, these two words are quite contradictory to each other. We say necessary and we say evil. Yes, because there are many ways where friction is useful to us, and probably we cannot have a proper normal life without friction. You see, we cannot write with pen or pencil if there is no friction. We cannot write, your teacher cannot write on the board with a marker or chalk piece or anything without friction, right? Then next is, if an object is moving, suppose on the road you have a car which is, someone is driving a car, friction nahi hai. If the friction is not, then the car will not stop also. Friction is there to stop the object also. So you see, never ending movement will be there for the car if there is no friction. Okay, so we can't even fix a nail in the wall. Okay, we can't tie a knot, we can't drill into the ground for water or whatever it is, drilling anything into the ground, that also we cannot do. So that there are so many, we cannot walk on the floor, we cannot really normally walk on the floor if there is no friction. So friction has got so many advantages. Friction is important to cut the apple or any fruit with a knife. Okay, that also friction is important. Without friction, probably many normal things are not possible. Okay, and now friction is going to, what are the harmfulness of friction means, or disadvantages I should say, because we said friction is a necessary evil. So what is the evil part of it? Because friction in the machine makes it go hot. In fact, it produces heat. So friction की वजह से you must have observed that machines गर्म हो जाते हैं, they become warm. Okay, उसका repair हो जाएगा, wear and tear होता है. Slippers or shoes, whatever we wear, sole of the shoe, sole of the slippers get worn out, okay, because of friction. So you need to get it mended, or sometimes if it is beyond repair, then we have to purchase a new shoe. So this wear and tear and repair is a part of, is because of friction. Okay, when we rub our hands vigorously also, winter mein abhi we keep doing it also. When you try to rub your hands, you can always see that some heat is generated there, warmth. आपका हाथ जो है, palm जो है, that is the palm becomes warm. You see, if you rub your palms like that. Okay, and friction is very important because on the matchstick, not the lighter, please, matchstick. If you see, if you take a matchstick and you're trying to light a matchstick, you try to hit it or rub it with I mean towards the matchbox, isn't it? Matchbox ke upar there is some chemical rubbed there, and you try to rub this head of the matchstick there. And what is the responsible principle there? Why does the matchstick catch fire? Because of the friction. So friction is advantageous, friction is disadvantageous. So friction has got both merits and demerits. So friction is a necessary evil. Okay, here you can see blades and knives. Okay, we are able to cut because of friction there. Okay, and drilling is done because of friction. Okay, there is a smooth surface, you are able to move there because of frictions. That's what. When water, suppose there are some interesting questions here. So suppose you have to walk on a floor. Now if you have to walk on a floor, and if you have to walk on a marble floor with lot of water around, or lot of soap water around, on which is walking very difficult, or on which floor is friction very less, means on a normal floor friction is more, so you can walk better. But if you have a marble flooring with lot of soap water spilled around, friction has got minimized, so we really do not walk, probably we will skid and fall down. So here the same thing here, vehicles here, they don't skid and fall down. They don't skid and fall down because friction is there, it prevents them, they don't fall down. Friction is there, so if friction is minimized, okay, then yes, they will fall. Okay, so friction is causing the wear and tear of vehicles and so many things, right? So I think I have covered most of the important parts of this particular chapter, children. So stay connected for next session. We will meet for the next session. Okay, till then, stay home, stay free, stay safe. Okay.